We're back in the F4i. The last couple episodes I did sit downs, I tried some knee knockers, and what I've been trying to do is get some trust in the handbrake finally, because after the first few lot sessions of only using foot brake, I would check my handbrake after a little bit and it would be very, very soft, even though I didn't use it at all. I kind of figured it was because there's an air bubble still somewhere in the lines. I only bled it the first time, so brand new master, trying to fill up the lines or whatever. So I re-bled it, and you know, it's still nice and firm if it's been sitting for a while or whatever. I did some wheelies with foot brake only and kept checking it in between brakes just to see if it would get soft, and it seemed to stay consistent with the pressure at the lever. Typically I'll do a foot brake position but use handbrake, because then if I lose confidence in the handbrake, I'm already covering foot brake, so I can just switch to that, and that's kind of my backup. But I just said, screw it, I'm gonna try double back peg, and I did a couple of those and it seemed to hold up fine. I think now what's happening is I'm riding the handbrake too much, and I might be catching brake fade real quick, because after I do a couple, I don't know, 4 or 5 double back pegs, it starts to get a little soft again, and I think I am holding too much brake on just because I don't trust the handbrake yet, and that's probably causing them to heat up a lot faster. So I think the handbrake's okay. I need to build more trust in using it, that it will stay fine, and then I don't have to use as much brake. Front brakes, I switched to EBC pads. I don't get the like cyclic, like whooshing noise anymore. I get this like weird tiny little vibration right before I come to a stop, and it seems to be going away the more and more I use the pads. Hopefully that does disappear eventually, because the last thing I want is vibration when I'm trying to roll stoppies or whatever. And then my coolant reservoir, I think, is squirting everywhere on the subframe back there and leaking out of the overflow the more and more I do wheelies, so I'll probably have to like change the way the hose is routed so it doesn't shoot out as much. But other than that, that's kind of where things are at with this bike. I'm gonna make another video in a couple weeks where I talk about going from the Grom to the F4i and why I think it's actually a great idea. But the main premise of it is really going to be like everything transfers if you're really confident on the Grom. The only difference is getting used to the weight and the power difference, especially with the gearing you have, and pretty much trusting this bike. Like, I don't want to talk too much about it now, I'm going to save it for the video, but I rode the Grom, it's about 3 years I've been on that bike. So I know how things should feel, how things should react, how it should run. I've been on this for maybe 3 months, and I'm still trying to trust everything. I'm not trying everything I'm doing on the Grom right away. I just want to like make sure I'm comfortable with how this thing rides, how it should feel. I just wanted to talk about all the stuff that's been going on, because I don't know, I set expectations for myself that I would like pick this up really fast, like I'd be able to be doing circles right away, because I see that from a lot of guys on like Instagram and stuff where they're coming off of a Mini onto a big bike and they're circling it in 5 minutes, and I'm like, why can't I do that? But like I said, I got trust issues, so I gotta make sure I trust this baby before I start throwing her around the way I want to. But fuck it, time to ride. That was a nice coaster right there. I was really happy with that one. Like, if I can do, I don't know, 10 of those type of coasters, I'm gonna be cranking throttle. That one felt comfortable. I was confident with the way the bike was floating there. It wasn't like dropping back too hard. I noticed my biggest success with those is if I come into them nice and collected and calm on the bike, and I pull in the clutch and kind of just let it float that way. When I'm like panicking and trying to rush it, that's when I kind of fuck up and like have really shitty coasters. Oh man, that was butter. That was butter. That shit was fucking delicious, bro. Okay, that was a fucking coaster right there. I liked how that one was because I was pretty close to idle, I feel like, but it's so twitchy with the 1464 setup. I want to circle this thing so bad. You know, the Grom is fun, but it's just not a fucking real bike, and like, I want to get all this shit so fast on this thing, but I gotta work on my patience. What I should do is do the, like, stall at 12 and pull the clutch in and kind of park it. started a cut. Okay, I'll take it, I'll take it. I needed a crash. I mean, it wasn't much of a crash, but that felt just like the Grom circle. We're gonna fucking circle this thing, I'm telling you. Whoo! Oh, we're gonna circle this thing. Yeah. Okay, it's a little fucking hard to save it. I will say that. Holy shit! What the fuck am I doing? Did I just circle this thing? I mean, it was like a half circle, but are you kidding? Okay, maybe it wasn't gonna be next weekend. Okay, fuck! Let's go! And these are double back pegs too, so that's probably even harder. Oh man, this was a fucking good session. Good way to end. I'm so fucking excited. Let's go, man. I ain't saving that.
Hardest stash in the carpet. Yeah, we trapping out apartment.